What is up, everybody? Um, I was about to start this live stream, and then my computer decided to stop working. So, that's way too much light. There we go. Yeah. Anyways, like I was saying, I went to start this live stream, but then my production computer decided to quit on me. So it is in the process of locking up and will eventually reboot at some point. At least it usually does. But in the meantime, I decided I'd just go ahead and get started with the live stream since I had already hit the go live button right when that happened. Clearly, my computer hates me. Let me do this real quick though. I need to update. I need to update the YouTube link. What the live stream says on YouTube first. So give me 1 second to do that. Because right now it has the title for my last live stream. And I don't want that. And there it goes. It just kicked me off. Let's see. Edit. Okay, let's see. So this is going to be... Oh, wait, no. Switch over to that computer. You can't see what I'm doing, but I have a computer over here. Building a... So we'll say building a live performance in Ableton Live. That way it makes it easier for people to find there. Let me update the title on Twitch too. So save that. So anyways, if you see the title, also the music was playing off the computer that decided to quit on me. But if you see the title, then you'll kind of get what's going on. I'm building a live performance because one of my goals for this year was to have at least 2 performances that I did. So far, I got 1 yes that I had to turn down because of scheduling conflicts. So I actually had one that I could have booked, but I had to turn that one down because of scheduling conflicts. And then another show, I did not get that show at all. Oh wait, let me go ahead and start the TikTok live stream real quick. That's missing part of the output because the computer quit on me. Yeah, so I did, and then there's one show that I'm still waiting to hear back on if I actually got it. All right, there we go. And let's hide the computer on this one until I have everything up. So yeah. I also forgot to get my cord from my phone so it can charge while I do this. But anyways, yeah, so I have like a percentage rate. I guess you could say that I'm at like, if there's 3, what is that, 33% success rate, even though I had to turn it down. Like 1 is still a maybe, so it's not definitive yet. Like I'm still waiting to hear back from them. Their deadline was the 20th of June for people applying. And I had applied like right when they opened, so I've been waiting for a while to hear back from them. So I'm not sure when they will be notifying people, but hopefully I get that performance. We will see. But regardless of if I get any of these performances or any new performances, I still want to operate like I have performances lined up. Because worst case scenario, I make a live performance and I either do it as a live stream or I do a pre-recorded version of it and I post it on YouTube. I might do both, actually. But yeah, right now, what I'm working on is building out what that live performance would look like. Because I need to have that. The computer's almost up now, so we're almost good. Okay, there we go. We got audio there. Great. I don't know why I did that. Let me jump back over to this computer. All right. I can turn this back on now. Boom. Yeah, so anyways, I will show you what my live performance, what the setup looks like right now. So you can have a better idea of how this is even going to work, because like I make electronic music, so I guarantee it's very odd and confusing to figure out how to make this work. But I've been doing a lot of research on live performances in electronic music. And like, yes, technically you can DJ, and I do think that DJing is fun. But I'm also just a really big fan of live performance, like where you're like doing more than just like queuing up the next song and stuff like that. So that is where wrong setup. There we go. That is where we get to this. So this right here is what the live performance looks like. I have one song in here right now, but I will show you kind of how this works. I have the audio routed to the wrong place. Let me route it to the right channels. Also, last live stream, I discovered that apparently I didn't actually have this set up right. So I had like the audio sounded terrible when I was playing stuff from the computer. But anyways. Hold on. This is only coming out of one side, and I don't know why. Ah! Hold on. I'm only getting left channel. Let me do that for the whole thing. Okay, let me... Yeah, it is only left channel. What is up with that? Oh my gosh. Give me a second. Still working at it. I don't understand what is going on with this thing. Like, why is it only panning to the left? Cancel. I don't know what's going on. Whatever. Anyways. Let me try rebooting this system real quick. Okay, can you hear me? Okay, I think we should have audio again. We lost audio for a second. Scary moment, but whatever. I don't know. Can people on TikTok hear me? If you can hear me on TikTok, let me know. Because I got to make sure that all this audio is actually doing what it's supposed to. But anyways, I'm just going to keep on talking and assume that this is hopefully working. Yeah, so my live setup is actually behind me over here over my shoulder. And that's kind of where I will be, what I'll be using to perform. So it actually has my Ableton push in it. It has my Machine MK3, and then it has a launch control knob thing where I can like add in effects and stuff like that. And then it has like an audio rack, so I can have like an audio interface so I can like send audio out, stuff like that. But everything's pretty much built within. It's still only doing one speaker. I'm about to fight this thing because it was working earlier today and now it's decided to be difficult. But I'm going to see if I can troubleshoot it. Ah, I see what's going on. Ah, figured it out. Okay, cool. I pointed at that, but the camera's right there. Okay, so now we should have audio in both speakers. Okay. So basically what I'll end up doing is this. Let me see. It's everything I want. Ah! Well, everything is deciding to fight me. Oh, okay. Ha. Here we go. So this is kind of how like this song will work. So you're gonna see that it's gonna change through clips while I do this. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. Oh no. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. Oh no. Something like that. And then it takes over. It's everything I want. Oh no. It's everything I want. So I'm gonna let that play for a little bit. I can do effects or whatever, but then I can go here. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. Oh no. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. Oh no. It's everything I want. Ooh, okay. I'm messing up on that part. But ultimately, what's gonna happen with that section? I still need to get like some stuff to be able to make this work. But the reason I messed up is because part of what I need to do at that point is like adjust the cutoff. So I have this. I have that knob that controls the cutoff. What's up, Ciano? Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm live on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch right now. I'm trying something out. But yeah, so part of like what you see there is like I have that knob that basically can control the cutoff that I have on the on that sound. I'm not gonna do that live. I'm actually going to get one of these. I'm gonna pull this up real quick. I'm gonna get an expression pedal that oh yeah, this is the perfect thing to watch. Kill time. Perfect. Oh, my phone just fell asleep. Let me see something real quick. I don't need that. So anyways, I'm about to pull up what I need to buy. I basically need to get a expression pedal to be able to oh my gosh, I hate pop-ups. To be able to like control the cutoff during a live performance. So let me pull this up. I don't know if I'm spending $85 on a literal piece of plastic. But the main difference that you're gonna see between like this, like, and then I have technically a sustain pedal. And the main difference between like a sustain pedal, what's up? The main difference between like a sustain pedal and an expression pedal, like one of these, is that a sustain pedal is like a on-off switch. So it's off when you don't press it, and then when you step on it, then it's on. There's no like gradient. No, it doesn't have levels. So where you would see something like with a like it's like basically it has like it can kind of go between 0 and 127 values, which for whatever reason that's the range that MIDI uses, 0 to 127. So I need that because what I need to be able to do. Let me plug this back in. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Because I need to be able to basically go from here. So I need to be able to like do that, and I can't really do that with one hand. So ultimately, the end goal is have an expression pedal so I can do so I can increase the cutoff with my foot versus my hand and make my life easier. So I just need to get one of these. Easy enough. No big deal. So yeah, let's see if I can try this again. But basically, I'm still building out this live performance at the moment. But I think that is going to come together once I actually get it.
It's everything I want. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. I know. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. I know. It's everything I want.
See, I got that part down. I can do that. Alright, and now let's get the keys. We're gonna go I'm just gonna do that. I haven't done this in a minute. So we got that. And then for this section, I can basically do like little DJ effects and stuff that I have on the thing back there, which I'll grab that in a second. But then we can go back to this. Whatever that last chord is. We're building now. It's still a work in progress. So this section, I have a little drum pad over there that I have to use for this. I haven't built out this sound. I'm gonna have to actually go into the original session to build out this part of the track. But then I have this solo, which I don't remember. something like that, give or take. Like there's some issues and I need to work on some stuff, but that's a general idea of how it would work. But then it just loops this section. So I can like control the volume of these and stuff like that. But it's just gonna loop that until I stop it. Let me go grab the next piece of this setup so that you can get a better idea of this too. So I had mentioned this as part of the live setup. So this is the Launch Control XL by Novation. There we go. So basically you have all these faders. So these are all volume faders that like you can basically map this to do whatever you want. It's all MIDI, so it's just a piece of plastic. You just tell it what you want it to do. But the way I have it mapped out is I have volume control on these. So these go from like 0 to unity, or infinite, negative infinite, whatever, to unity for these. And then on the bottom, where is it? On the bottom, I have these that are programmed, like just this quadrant. So all of these buttons across the top row, these are all beat repeat. And then I have these 4 buttons here that change what the instance, how frequent, like what the beat repeat sounds like, whether it's like a 16th note, 32nd note. Let's see, what else? Quarter note, 16th note, 32nd note, 64th note. And then I have the ability to control the specific thing that happens on any given track. So like I can do, I think this is filter, and then this is delay, and then this is reverb. So I'm gonna grab a cable real quick, and I'm gonna plug this in, and I'm gonna show you what that actually looks like. So let me grab that real quick. I'll just play some music real quick while I'm doing this too. Because why do this in utter silence when you could have music playing? Where's my little playlist? There it is. And shuffle and... there. All right, let me go grab this piece real quick. Let me do this first. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go grab the thing for this real quick. All right, so it's powering up right now. So this is like factory mode that it's on right now. If I push this button, it actually goes over to my own preset. So I think you'll probably be able to see it better if I put it right here. Let me see. Can you see that? I think you can. Okay, let me do more reworking on my setup. right, let's see. Let's get this. This is terrible. I think I'm gonna have to do it this way. So go up one and down one. And I think that should hold it. It's not perfect, but it'll work. Let me make sure that. Oh, I didn't do shuffle, so it just did that. Okay, whatever. All right, so let me see. Do I have? I don't think I actually have a scene set up with the overhead, with that side view. But let me see if I can do that. No, not that one. Let me make a new scene real quick. Ah! I am struggling. I did not mean to actually switch over to that scene preemptively. That is on me. Then we're gonna do that, and that's just gonna go there. Okay, here we go. So this will give you a better idea of like what I'm doing. So let me go to, I think, the drop.
It's everything I want to know. It's everything I want. It's everything I want to know.
So this is kind of like what I was talking about, where I can control this. So like I have my volume knobs. So like this is music. So I can pull that out. I can take out the bass. I can take out the drums or the vocal. Like I have the ability to do that. But then I can also just, wait, wrong one. I can pull down everything all together if I want to, which I don't know why I would want to, but I can. But I can also do beat repeat. It's all out of sync right now, but yeah, like I can do different effects like that, but then I can also add. So I have my. Yeah, so that's kind of like an idea of like what I can do with this, which is partially why I even wanted to be able to have this for the performance, because like there are sections where I'm not really playing anything when I perform, so I need to be able to have something there so that people could see it and be like, oh, okay, I get what's going on. So yeah, the other piece that I still need to build out, so what I'm going to be building out today, I need to stop all this, it's really out of sync. So what I'm going to be building out today, though, specifically, I have this piece right here. Let me just unplug it. So this right here, this thing right here is the SPD SX Pro. It's basically a drum trigger sampler. So I could basically take drumsticks and I can drum with it. Yeah, so right now there's a section of this song where I need to be able to play a part. Let me pull up that section of this song. I think it's right here.
everything I want.
No. Right here.
It's everything I want.
So I'm supposed to be playing something in this section of the video of the performance.
It's everything I want.
So I need to build out what's gonna happen. It's gonna be this sound right here. So yeah, all that being said, that's basically the section where I need to add that sound. So what I actually need to do is go into that original session where I play that sound, and I need to bounce out audio of each individual note so I can basically recreate this. I think everything I want. Did I put it in parentheses? Yeah, I did. Perfect. Let's see. Let's see. We need to find. Was this mix? This may have been the mix. Hopefully, maybe I already committed this up to audio. But we're just gonna pull it into this session. That would have been the lead group. I did. So this part right here. This is not routed to anything. Main. There we go. So that's basically what I need. I need each individual note. So I think I want to go back one version, and I want the drop lead, I think. But let me jump back here and see if I had committed it to audio yet. Because what I'm going to do is basically just take the MIDI of each individual note. Still using, no. Let's go back another version. I talked about this in my last live stream, but obviously it's gonna be different people. So I'll just talk about this again, about like why I have so many versions of the same song. Basically, the reason that I've been like working on my sessions this way, where I have different versions of the same track as like project files, is primarily because there's a podcast that I listen to called Tape Notes, where they talk to different artists about their music, and they're always asking them to show like different versions of the song, like oh, what did it sound like when you first started, stuff like that. And I had a realization when I was listening to that podcast that if somebody ever asked me that, I would not be able to show them, because I was always working in the same project file every time I would work on a song. So I was losing the original versions because I wouldn't always export. So my solution was, let me start anytime I get into a session and start making changes. Let me just give it a new name and date. So if you look at the top of this, which you might not be able to see this on TikTok because it's so tiny, but at the top of my screen, that's the name of this session file. So this is my live performance that I've been putting together all month, which I made very little progress on. But it's named basically June without an E _25, which is the year, performance. And then at the end, I have numbers, like random numbers, what look like random numbers, but it's 25.06.29. So that's actually today's date, but it's set up rather than how we do things in America, where we do, month, day, year. I did year, month, day specifically. And the reason I did that is because it makes it where things are extremely organized when you go through sessions. So if you like look over here, you can see that it's chronologically organizing all of these different versions of the song based off of the name, because the year is going to be the same. So it's going to say, oh, this is the same. Oh, this is the same too. Like the month is the same, but the days are the things that change and they go up. So that means that as the day goes up, it just automatically puts it at the bottom of the list. And if you work on a session, and if you work on a track a few different times and you have different versions in the same day, for example, the solution is after you put the date, you put underscore V1 or V2 or whatever, and then it continues that organization process just to make things way easier. But anyways, back to what I was actually doing, which was getting this, once again, not routed out. We don't need all these, we just need this. Oh, they're all highlighted, that's why it's doing that. So I'm gonna take that, but I don't want to actually have to take the entire, I don't want to take the entire sound, if that makes sense. I only want the individual notes that I need to play. So what that means is I'm going to take this one. It's gonna have its little reverb tail. I'm gonna take this one, put it all the way back at the beginning of it. Take another one. Boom, bo, bo, boom, bo, 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 bo. Do I ever walk up? I do. Bo, bo. Let's move this back one more. Bo. All right, so now I have each of these individual sounds. So we're just gonna commit those to audio. So first of all, I love the fact that they added this feature, bounce to a new track, in the latest version of Ableton. It makes my life so much easier. And then we have the audio of this now, so we can just kind of move that out of here. And then we're going to put all these into this little drum rack right here. Now, the main thing that you need to keep in mind, that's like a difference that you're going to notice. There's actually a difference between how this looks on. Let me organize my thoughts real quick. So so I can't just drop these in directly, because there's one problem that you're going to notice. We have a 4x4 grid for the drum rack in Ableton. However, the SPD-SX Pro is a 3x3 grid. You have 1, 2, 3 here, and then 1, 2, and then these up here are all pads as well. So that means that this is not, that I can't just drop things in. I have to kind of think about where I want things to go. So the way that I have that unit set up is I have it set up as C1, C#1, and D1, and then I go up 3 from there, and then across 3 from there. So it's just this 3x3 grid right here is actually what I'm going to be using for these sounds. So I have to think about how I actually want to play this when I'm performing. So like I've been kind of thinking through this in my head about how I want this to like work. So let me lower this so I don't have to stand up. I forgot I can just do that. You did not see that happen. It fell apart. Panic. me put down the drumsticks. This is probably the most annoying thing about this. And maybe it would be easier if I flip it around. I wonder if I go up instead of down, and then I can actually sit this in it, put that across. Let me try it that way instead. All right, I think we got it fixed. And then just adjust that part, tighten that. Okay, here we go. So here's what I was thinking when I was like coming up with this for how I want this to work. So like, if you notice with this melody right here, like I'm only playing this little section right here. So my idea was, what if, let me see. Wait, no, Command Shift Z. So basically what my idea was, I keep on moving to the wrong part. There we go. So if you notice, there's really only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes that play in this, even though I'm playing like a bunch. But it's like da 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 da. So that's like the same note. So I was thinking that I could go like ba, or wait a minute. I don't know. I'm gonna have to try it out and see how it works. So let me put this here. Boom. Okay, we're gonna try that pattern and see. Wait, you can't see what I'm doing. Hold on. All right, so this is the pattern that I decided to put things into. So we're gonna see if this works. I'm gonna need to get a USB-C cable. Not USB-C, but just a USB cable. All right, here we go. Let's plug this in here. Run this over here. This is gonna plug in right there. And then I need the power cable for this too. So let me find that. Where did it go? I think I have an outlet. Oh, I have one right there. All right, so we're about to try this out and see if this works. This should power on. let's see. Let me jump over to this page because this needs to know where the audio should be coming from. All channels, okay. That should be on, okay. Let me think through this because I think I have a problem. Oh, there's part of the problem. There we go. Okay. So let's see. Let me lower this a little bit. Okay, I think you can still see that on camera. Close enough. So yeah, this is kind of like what the performance, how it would work. These are like the primary pieces of the performance that I would have. So in theory, we should be able to try to do a quick run through of this and see if it works. We'll see how it goes. Why is it recording? Oh, it's armed. Why is it armed? We don't need to record anything. There we go. There we go. So we have our intro.
It's everything I want. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. I know. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. I know. It's
Oh my gosh. See, this is also why apparently I broke something. Ah! Okay, so let me presets. Let me go to song racks. Everything I want, and then let me just drop showing places. Okay, let me just put this in here. All right. I think I'm gonna have to open and don't save because I think I accidentally moved things around when I when I got distracted because I was just doing a lot of things. Yeah, there's a whole section that was missing. Like, see, this whole section right here was missing, and then what we can do now, we're not keeping these in. Excuse me. Let's see. We can take the SPDSX. We can just take the device. Delete this whole thing. And then we can put in the one that we just saved. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, it should work. That should have worked, I think. Then that should be 1, 2. That should be 1, 2. Okay. So I think now we have it all organized and set up correctly. So let's try that again. Why is it recording? We're not recording anything. Why does it think that because I'm doing this? Okay. Stop. Here we go. Okay, so here we go this time.
It's everything I want. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. I know. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. I know. It's everything I want.
I'm struggling, but this is just me kind of playing it out in my head a little bit.
It's everything I want. It's everything I want. I know. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. I know. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. I know. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. I know. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. I know. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. I know. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. I know. It's everything I want.
I'm gonna have something play here.
It's
This is my first time trying this part of the process out, so I fumbled that severely. So let me try that again. Let me try that. Ah. I think I need to rearrange it a little bit. So let me jump over here really quick. Let me do this. So what if I do? Okay, there we go. I think that's gonna work better logically for my brain. Okay, let's try that out. It's recording again. Here we go. Okay, and then we switch from that back over to the keyboard. is I can basically pull out the 808, the bass line, bring in the bass line from another song, so on and so forth. So this song done. Now I just need to work on the next 2 songs. But I'm going to take a quick break and go grab some water really quick. So I'm just going to play some music briefly. Yeah, thanks. It took me, like, first of all, there's a reason there's only 1 song in this session. I'm supposed to be making more, but I haven't done that yet because I'm still working through all this. It's just, like, such a tedious process. But let me go grab some water real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I got my water. All right, so from here, here's the next step of the process. The next step of this process of building out a live performance is primarily going to be figuring out what song I'm gonna go into from this. So let me see if I can pull this up. No, that's not the right one. Let's see. I think I want. Here we go. So this is my list of songs that I have. It's not all the way done and it's not all the way built out, but I'm actually adapting this because the original version of this spreadsheet, which is basically where I'm a nerd, so this is how I organize my creative processes using Excel spreadsheets because, like I said, I'm a nerd. Anyways, so what I started doing, initially I had like percussion and top line, not top line, but like percussion and stuff in one track, but I decided that didn't make any sense, so I condensed that all into the drum track. So all these are actually technically wrong and all of them need to be redone except for Everything I Want because that's the first one that I did this on. But I have the BPM of every song and then I have the key. So let me see if I can DJ. I think there's, what is it? Music. There's this thing that I'm looking for. This. Okay. So this page, this is what I'm going to use to make sure that I actually like that I can go from like one song to the next song. I need to read up on how this works. I think it's a Camelot wheel. How the Camelot wheel works. Let's get a video. Okay, I don't want a long video. Alright, here's a short one. So let me pause the music real quick. And we're gonna watch this.
Camelot Key Display is a brilliant way to label your tunes if you want to do harmonic mixing in key but you don't understand classical notation. I'm using Serato in this video, but all DJ softwares have a Camelot option in the settings. So here's the Camelot wheel. As you can see, the keys are 1 to 12 and either A or B. A is minor, B is major, but all the numbers and letters relate to the classical notation. Say we've got a track here that's in 8A. 8A will mix with other songs that are in 8A, or you can mix into songs that are a key either up a number like 9A or down a number like 7A. You can also go sideways to an 8B, but once you're in the Bs, you need to mix back into the same number but an A, or up or down the Bs by one number. If you're feeling really brave, you can actually go across the wheel, so for example 8A will also mix into 2A, but it can be a little bit hit or miss. Do you mix in key? Let me know in the comments.
Okay, so that's basically what we're going to be using for this process of making this portion of the live performance. So now we just got to figure out, compare like the key of all these tracks that I have right now and like how they fit into the Camelot wheel. Can I just like get a... I just want... Oh my gosh, this is annoying. Save it to the desktop, making it even more cluttered than it was before. Okay, here we go. So let's go back over here. So this is all our information. So right now, everything I want is D flat minor. So that means that we're at 12A. So that means that I could go... I could go to Face. Face is A flat minor, or I could go to Might Be, but Might Be is a little bit more of a chill song and slower. So I don't know if that would work. I think what we're gonna do for this, I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm gonna go with I think I'm gonna go with Face. Even though it's a slower track, I need to figure out the BPM of these songs. But then I have all these other songs I need to figure out what the BPM is, which I might actually have that information somewhere. You're basically getting to see all my... You're getting to watch in real time as I figure out this live performance process. So if you're enjoying that, definitely let me know. I don't know what I just opened, but I need to get rid of that because I don't know what it's about to be. Yeah, if you're enjoying this, let me know. Like the video. Put some hearts or something. If you're intrigued by this process. Let me go to this. Do I have all that data and information here? Okay, I'm seeing some likes. That's great. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm getting some kind of notification. Go to Live Studio. I had to prove to TikTok that I was actually still doing stuff on this live stream. And I'm not just sitting here doing nothing. Anyways. Okay, let me hide this for now. hide that. We don't need to see that information. Is there anything else that's like shouldn't be on camera before I put this up? 98, okay. Song status, I only want released tracks. Okay, this is good. Here we go. I had to hide some of the sensitive information from the music and stuff like that on like the business side. Anyways, so this is what we have right here. So these are all the songs. So I can technically update this page with all this information. I just forget that I have this kind of stuff already written down in places. So like, let's see. I don't think we need this. Let me just get rid of that. So let's see. Let's move the key over here because that's what we need. Key and BPM. So for Dusk, it looks like we have F minor. And then the BPM is 140. And then what this said we could do. Let's see. This said that F minor is over here. So I won't really go into it. Whatever. Let's see. Do this for me. That is G flat minor. And it's 120. If you're just now joining and you're trying to figure out what's going on, I'm actually building out my live performance right now. So I'm basically cataloging all my songs that I have released up to this point, and I am putting down the information so I can figure out how to transition between songs and stuff like that. So let's see, Loving You is F minor. You'll also notice a lot of my stuff tends to be minor keys. These are two that are in major, but like that, everything else is pretty much minor. Let's see, Loving You is F minor and 126. Wasting Time. 150. This is my fastest track right now that I have. But I love it. Minor. That one is 135. I really like 135 as a BPM. At least from what I'm noticing from my recent music that I've made and put out and stuff like that. So, yeah. Anyways, maybe pull down the music a little bit. I think you should be able to hear me. If you can hear me, let me know. I don't want the music to be too loud, but I don't want it to be like complete and total silence. Yeah, we're gonna do E minor, and then More Your Love is B minor and 128. Let's see, Walk Away is 130 and E minor. I put that in the wrong place. I think I said 130, right? Walk Away, yes. You and I, 132, E flat minor. Like that is 132 as well. And it is E minor. Okay, perfect. Thanks for letting me know. And then On My Mind is 98. Slowest song in this released group of songs. D minor. But also the reason that it's the slowest song is because it is the last song. Like I had decided that I was... Wait, no, On My Mind? Yeah, no, that was an early song. So I made this like 2017, 2018. So I wasn't really all the way in on electronic music yet. I still had like nearly 6 years to go. Before I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna jump headfirst into electronic music. So it's the oldest song on this list. And then Pressure Point was the last song that I made. And it's A minor that I made before I fully like did this whole electronic music shift. 137. Why isn't it typing? This is pressure point. Let's see. A minor and then 137. Okay. So these are all the release songs that I have that I can kind of pull from initially. And then I need to actually... Let me de-big screen this. Do that and that. So now that we know that, now that we have that information figured out, the next step is to figure out where we go from everything I want. So everything I want, like I said before, is... I said D flat major. Is that right? Let me verify this information real quick, because that might be... I thought that was a minor track. Because that's going to change some stuff if that is the case. Let's see. Auto. So we're about to find out. I'm about to play the song real quick. I said D flat major. Let me find a different section. Let me do the solo. I'm basically using Auto Key by Antares to figure out what the key of this song is. All right, so from what I can see, according to Auto Key, it's saying that it's either B flat minor or D flat major. So I am right technically. But I just have to figure out, does this sound more major or minor to you? Yeah, so does that sound more major or minor to you? Because I can technically do either one, but it also impacts what I can go into. So maybe it makes more sense to say that that is, what was it, B flat minor, it said? Yeah. Maybe B flat minor makes more sense because this does sound a little bit darker. If you think it should be a major track, if you think that I should operate like this is D flat major, press 1. If you think that I should do B flat minor, press 2. They're basically the same in reality. However, the biggest difference would be mixing between these three songs. So like if it's, hold on. They are actually different. Interesting. I've never really used the Camelot wheel. One, I said, did I say one? Oh my gosh, I should have remembered what I actually said. Did I say one was minor or major? Because I legit forgot what I already said 5 seconds into saying it because I got so obsessed. D flat major. Okay, so what I was saying before. So if it is Wait, D flat major. Okay, D flat major. Okay. Where is D flat? D flat major. I was in the complete wrong area, by the way. So here we go. My brain is... I don't know what's going on with my head. Anyways. So we're going D flat major. So that means that we could either go F sharp major or A flat major. Both of which I don't think I have. Because I make everything else in minor. Great. So that means that I can go B flat minor. Which I don't. I don't have that either. B flat minor. Could I jump over to G major? Do I even have a G major? Maybe E minor. What we might need to do... Okay, so because I'm realizing the limitations of my catalog at the moment, I'm realizing I can't really go chromatically into that. So what's going to end up happening instead is probably going to be this. We're going to go to here, to this section. It's going to play, I'm going to let it play a couple times. Go drums only, because I'm not going to be able to do it by key at all. So if I take out the drums, that opens me up to be able to mix into something else completely different. So I think what I can do from here is I can think more BPM wise. Everything I want is 140. So what if I go into... I think I want to keep the energy up, though. What if I do... Ooh, what if I do like that at 140? I know that all this makes absolutely zero sense to anyone that does not know my music. But I promise it will make sense in a second. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to like that, which is 132, so I can bump it up to 140. And it shouldn't sound too crazy. Just so you can have context for what that track even sounds like. What was like that number-wise? Because I should have put the name of it here. But I don't have it, so... There we go. So let's see, releases, recent files, release files. Like that, session, like that. That's the master session. So we're gonna save this real quick because this is good where it is, where it's sitting at. We're gonna pull up the session files for like that. Like, even though the track is technically 4 on the floor, I think it'll be interesting to go from something with like that rhythm with like a more like, I guess I'll say hip hop vibe with the drums. Or future bass a little bit. EDM trap, whatever you want to call it. And we're gonna go here to this. So I think this is what I'll go into, because I should be able to push it up to 140 and it still sounds. So yeah, we'll go into that track. We'll go into it at 140. The main thing that we're gonna have to do can I do this? Let me see. Because that piano was a sample, I believe, if I remember correctly. Did I put more effects on it? Yeah, there's more effects on it. It looks like... Yeah, every time it looks like I kept on resampling this, so now I don't have the final sound in an editable format. That's the original splice loop. Hey, what's up, Q? So that's the original splice loop for that. And then... So maybe I should... Oh, good, because my last live stream, I had a noise canceller on, apparently. So you couldn't hear anything that I was doing. Like, people couldn't hear anything that I was doing. But, that's that. But then I did something else. There's a step between these two, because there's more effects on it. I think what I'm gonna do for now is we're gonna save this as a new live set. Oh, it was idea 130. It was idea 35. That's the one that it was. So we're gonna put this here, knocking things over. Like that, not in all caps. Like that. Underscore. Performance stems. And then, wow, this track, I was working on this track in 2023. That's crazy. 25. We are in June 06. And it is the 29th. 29. Okay. So we're going to save that here so that nothing that I do is destructive. Although I might want to pull up the master session potentially. Because if I did this the way that I think I did it, this should only be a 2-track mix down right here. However, there are random times where, for whatever reason, I don't do things the way I typically do them, and I do the master with stems, which is what it looks like I did here. So I'm actually gonna probably just jump back to this version because it's gonna have all the actual sounds and have the final sound. So now we're gonna do save live set as, boom, performance dims, replace. All right, so this is kind of like my process for creating stems. The important things are that I have a specific system so that I can fit everything perfectly into one of my sessions. So we're doing like that right now. So here's what we need. We need the vocals, we need the music, bass, and drums. So when I say music, I mean everything that is not drums or bass. So for the most part, I usually have this pretty well organized where I can make that done, where I can do that pretty quickly and easily. So like if I just group these together, if I just group drums and transitions together and do like that underscore, this is 132 underscore, what's the BPM? It's E minor. What? Like that underscore 132 underscore. Wait, no, let me do drums underscore 132. I don't remember my file naming process. And then we have that, and then we have E minor, even though the key doesn't really matter that much for drums. But we have the group right there. Another thing that I should actually do before I actually do all this is this. Wow, I didn't even break out the drum stems. There's nothing on this track, so I can delete that. Is it gonna delete? Oh, it says media files are missing too. Let me find that. Oh, the little drum break. No, we need that. I took the project file for 135 out. Okay. Where is my drum break? Where was it before? Let's find that. It was in my library cloud storage. See, these are the kind of problems I run into when I'm doing when I go back to old project files. Like my process has changed, and therefore and like it's only gotten more organized primarily. So older sessions before I implemented certain processes like collect all and save, which basically just takes every single stem and sound that I have in a song and saves it. I hadn't started doing that yet when I was doing this one. So let me see if maybe ooh, this isn't looking too good. Okay, I need that drum break. I need that drum break. Okay, we're not looking at tax returns. I might need to take this off if it's going to show it all that. See, I have this. Where is all the stuff that I have from Stranger? It said cloud storage. So maybe here. Where did it say? It said cloud. Library. Or library cloud. Let me go. Let's go computer. Library. It said cloud storage. Which I don't even see. You may need to go to users and then. I don't see the library. Oh my gosh, this is annoying. Okay, let me look at this again. Users. And then it says library, but I don't see. Okay, cloud storage. Let's just start there in this seemingly empty folder. Okay, I gotta figure this out. We'll see if I have the drum breaks from Stranger on. Oh, this is gonna mess up this track if I can't find this drum break, because that drum break doesn't make the song, but I was very proud of the drum break on the song. See, when I search Stranger, what if I do breakcore? I had these files. What if I do Command F on here? No. Okay, I'm gonna have to pivot a little bit, because I can't really export the drums without a portion of the drums, which is annoying. Oh my gosh. What if I go to Stranger's YouTube? Now, I don't even know what video.
London sound.
Okay, I don't know. I think it was a slicing preset, honestly. Let me do this real quick. I'll do this off camera and not be putting my information out there, even though it technically is already out there to some extent. Okay, let's do that one. And then we will also do his sample pack as well. But he had this thing. Basically, what I ended up getting from him before was a specific, like he had these like pre-chopped versions of the A-Man drum break, which if you don't know, that is a drum break from a song by the Winston Brothers from the 1970s, I believe. And it's just like this really popular drum break that has really become a defining sound of drum and bass. And even though this track isn't drum and bass, I used it in this song. So we're gonna open these two things I just downloaded from him. And we're gonna see if he has them in his I mean, they're named different. Live 11 only. Slicing preset main. Okay. I'm gonna tie it to this. We're gonna try it out and see if we can recreate it. Was I misspelling stranger that whole time? Or is it just because now I have all his stuff in here? It is. This wasn't the right pack, though. Oh my gosh. This is genuinely annoying that I can't find this seemingly elusive sound on my computer, which is exactly why you should keep things organized and backed up. We're not playing that song right now. I wonder, I'm curious. Let me find my phone and we will see if I can find that video in my watch history. I technically have two separate accounts for YouTube, so that's why I'm doing this right now on my phone, because it is the other account that I use for like watching content on YouTube. I primarily did that because I wanted to have one that was like dedicated to just music related content. Even though I still like watch music related content on my main profile, like the one that's like for my music is specifically just my music. There's just music dedicated. So I'm checking the one that I typically watch everything on. I see bass sounds. When did I say this song came out? I think the song was being worked on in 2023, so it could have been no, it's not there. So this was the best new features. This was essential sounds. No. Okay. Okay, we're gonna keep on working on this. This has turned into a desperately searching through things looking for files Okay, so this one might be it. This might be the video I was
I'll
watching.
just play it on solo for you guys. I'm gonna crop.
There's like 2 videos that I watched that have a very high chance of being the right one. This is not the one though. So what about this other one? Like he's using these like slices, and that's what it's making me think that this is the right one. Okay, the original breaks here. And he took. He took the link down. I mean, it was an old videos from 2022, but he took the link down. No. Oh my gosh. Anyways, it is lost to the ether. So I'm gonna have to figure out. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I did not expect him to have taken the link down. I didn't also think that it was from 2022, but excuse me, I watched that video in 2022, so I'm not surprised that the link is gone. Like the video was from 2020, and he took the link down at some point in time. So what am I gonna do? I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do now. Like, I mean, it is the A-Man drum break, so it's not like it's super, super unique and like it's impossible to find. So I guess I could try another one of these versions that I have. So I'll do that, I guess. And I'll just see if I can get it to sound remotely the same. That's going to be what I'm going to have to do. Why didn't it drop them in? Why is there a delay? Let me just drop down the sample rate a little bit. Or the buffer size. Let's do 512. I don't want that symbol at the end. I guess I could manually recreate it because I have the song, the Winston. So this is the actual song that I've been like talking about for the last like what feels like eternity. So this is the song I think right here is where the drum break happens. So that's literally all I need. This little section from this song. So we're gonna do a sloppy cut here. Delete that. We're gonna turn, not lead, warp back on. I think this is where I need one to be. No. Right here. That's where one is. And then we're gonna do that. Boom, boom, boom. And we're gonna see if we can get this to be what we need. I think it was like boom. No. Let me pull up the actual song too, so I can actually have a reference of how it sounded in this song. I thought it was like boom, 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 boom. Releases, masters. Maybe I did have the... So what if we take like this half and this half? We're going to double this, and we're going to attempt to see if we can make this sound similar. I don't know why this one isn't doing what it needs to. What if we just move that down and then move this here? I need to actually lock the automation. I think that's what the problem was. No? Okay, so now lock the automation. I don't want to set anything there. So let's get rid of that. And then let's put this here. we'll see how this sounds. This is something that I did not really want to have to do. And now I'm being forced to do it because I want this sound. And now I'm like hyper obsessing over it. But hopefully we can get this to work. I think that's actually it. Let me check. It just doesn't sound as bright. So I'm gonna have to do a bunch of other stuff to it to be able to make it sound similar. Because I don't have the same like version that he had. That's too much. Okay, so let's delete that. That's going to be good enough because I'm not going to be able to make it sound exactly the same. But I can stop being derailed and sidetracked by this now. I thought I had something going on with TikTok. Whatever. Anyways, if you're still with me, let me know because I just got I just got severely derailed. So if you're still with me, let me know. I got a chat from a bot. Nice. Appreciate it. There's a... How do you... I don't know how the chat feature... works on TikTok. But it looks like I got a spam chat on Instagram. Not Instagram, whatever this thing is called. Twitch. But anyways, now that we got that all built, we have the drums made. Not as nice, but close enough. It'll work for performances. It looks like I don't actually have this audio active. Let me just see what this is. Oh yeah, I don't have that in this track at all. So we can get rid of that. We can make the bass lighter. We don't have to have as much on the bass track. And then for music, we can get rid of the MIDI. Actually, don't get rid of the... Oops. Control Z twice, because I just got rid of important stuff. So I'm going to keep the MIDI around for now. But I'm going to get rid of these two. I don't need those. And then I have this sound. And that is pretty much all that's going to be in the music group. Yeah, I did see that. I mean, it's no big deal. Like, people jump in and out all the time on TikTok. But I also just got hyper focused on a problem, trying to solve a problem, and stopped talking altogether. So it's not surprising that people were like, I'm good. I think this is where I check out. Such is the life of doing stuff. All right, and then we have the vocals. And this one can just quickly and easily be renamed to paste and vocals. There we go. Honestly, you're probably the only person watching, period, right now at this moment. But it is what it is. Competitor, whatever. Are all these... Is there anything on this one? I don't think there's anything on this one, so I can delete that. So, let's see. We don't need any of these, so we can delete that. Do I have anything... Do I have any automation on the master effects? I do... I had a very clunky process at the time, which I am working on correcting the mistakes of my past self. And then also on music. So I can actually mute this one. All right, here we go. So we have the track pretty much built, organized, blah, blah, blah. I had everything running through this master FX thing, which is what I used to do at the time. I don't do that anymore. I just have these little like one knob shortcuts all just on these collective group tracks right now. So what we can do from here, hopefully this doesn't crash terribly wrong. All right. Here we go. I'm going to export. Wait, no, Command Shift R. And we're going to do selected tracks only. And I think I'm doing MP3s for all these. Performances, song stems. We're going to do that like that _ stems. Create. And we're going to name the file like that. Stems _ 132 _ I believe it was E minor. Let me double check that. Like that, E minor. Okay, yeah. Perfect. We're going to hit save. So now we're going to wait for this to export all the stems to these songs. And in theory... I'm slowly crashing. In theory, this should enable me to be able to take these stems and just drop them into that performance session. So we're going to wait. Do that. We should hear this. There we go. So that's that. Why do I have bass twice? Yo, okay. So see, this is what I was worried about. What I have run into before is when I am doing something like this. Okay, so I see what I need to do. So the groups are still on send only, and I need them to go to the main out. This one should go there. That should go main. I forgot about that step. That should go main. That should go to there. Chord should go to there. And then vocals should go to main. Okay. So I'm going to name this vocals, this music, this bass, and this drums. I'm going to collapse all of them. Come on. There we go. We're going to try that again. So we're going to do like that underscore 132 underscore em underscore. And in theory, now it should be set up the way that I want it to be set up. I also have a very interesting observation while I'm waiting for this to happen. I have a very interesting observation about TikTok. The way that TikTok lives work are they will show it to a small group of people. And they'll try it out and see if anybody like latches on. But if people don't stick around and watch, they stop pushing it out to people. Which is very interesting. Because like early on with this live stream, like I was seeing a bunch of people like trickling in and stuff like that. And it literally says I have like 1,000 likes on the live stream. Because I don't know how any of that stuff works on this platform. But anyways, yeah. So basically, it operates the exact same way that a TikTok post works. They'll show it to a lot of people in the beginning, and if enough people don't interact with it, they stop pushing it out to people, which is very intriguing. Okay, so in theory, so there should be like a riser sound somewhere in here. Okay, so that's right. That's right. That's right. Okay, that's right. See, bass, music, drums, vocals. I think those are the 4 that I need. And then these other ones can go away. Then I should only have 4 if I remember correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I have all the things I need now, for the most part. Now this is the part where you start to see why it takes me so long to do this and why I've only done 1 song so far. So let's go to performance. Yeah, we'll save the performance. We'll just wait for it to open up. All right, let's see. Let's collapse that. And now we are back to the whole reason I started doing any of this in the first place. So we have the bass. You have the music. We have the vocals. And the drums. So that's step 1. Put the individual stems in. Step 2 is Command-Shift-S and save this as _V2 in this session. Oh, it did 2 instead of underscore. 29 and then _V2. Okay, here we go. So save that there. So now we're at the new version of this performance file. So now what we have to do is figure out how to do what we did to this song to like that. So the first thing that I need to do, at least what my process has been initially, has been turning off the warp and just getting everything to have a uniform start point. So this scene is going to be 132. I guess the other option I have is, because I'm probably not going to, like this one, I'm probably not going to be playing anything. It's just going to be a transition song. So I think what it would go like. Why isn't it working? Okay, there we go. then what I'm gonna end up doing from there is it'll do that loop. But then I can click this. I don't know. I have to figure out how to do this transition. I'm gonna have to think through this for a little bit. But I know, or maybe what I do instead is maybe instead I go from this and I change the bass lines. Let me push this up to here so I can actually have the bass line start when I want it to start. So it'll be and I'm gonna have the Ableton push so I can I don't have to use like the mouse or anything for this, but I don't have it over here. It's over on my actual live setup. But I can basically make this transition. All right, there we go. Now it's on beat. The other thing I need to do is change this to complex. I'll have to figure this out, but I think what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna start this out is first of all, this is off beat. Why is it doing that? Set one here. All right, so we got this. And then I think I want to take the drums where they have, I want to loop the drums here. I can start here. No, that's not where it is. Okay. Okay. I think that is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna loop this section. That didn't work. See, this is the tricky thing that I'm always running into. Like all that shit, that's not right. This is like moving for whatever reason. Because this should all be in time. Maybe this is right. Okay. Okay, so I figured out what I need to do. This is gonna be annoying, but I'm gonna have to like manually like put all these where I need them to be. They're all in sync now. Maybe they're right where they need to be. Right now they're looking good. All right, there we go. Got it. Let me turn off this fan real quick. Tripping over cables. All right. There we go. So, but we're gonna be at, no, this should be at 140, not one. Oh, I see. So I need to make sure that these specifically say 140. And fingers crossed that this does not break anything by making this change. Maybe I shouldn't do this at all. Because there's a chance that this could completely butcher everything that I just did. I mean, it's still playing at 132, so maybe not. So stop. Now it's at 140.
It's everything I want.
We'll see. Okay, so let me do that again. All these should be on complex too. That makes them sound a little bit more normal. All right, here we go. So we're gonna make a transition. We're gonna pull out the music, change the bass line. Ideally, what I'd be able to do with the push would be that didn't do what I needed it to do. Let me see. Okay, there you go. What I would ideally do, like when I'm performing live, is trigger all these sounds together on the push. That's not right. There we go. So in theory, this all should be in sync. Yeah, there we go. I think I got this. It's almost there. Okay, so for this part, I need to have the piano. there we go. So I think what I'm gonna do is when I end on this, and I'll just do this for now. I'll basically make this transition. So I'll pull out that. All right, there we go. Then I can bring in this part. And then here, I can turn off the loop. Oh, bring that back in. Then I can do this. And then the tricky part is looping up the drums again. Yeah, looping up the drums again, because like then I can have the drums go from here. So once I get to like this breakdown part, so yeah, that'll kind of be how I do the mix. I think that'll be how I do the mix. I can't really do it with this setup, and I'm not fully set up to be able to, like, I'm not fully ready to have like my live stream set up where I can like perform live. I can perform on live streams and videos and stuff like that. It's not all the way set up just yet, but ideally what's going to end up playing out is I'll be able to go from, like I was saying, like I'll be able to go from the outro and I'll be able to cut the audio on the music and just swap bass lines and have a new bass line come in that's not in the same key, but like still works. And then from there, I can kind of slowly bring in the other elements at whatever pace I need to. But like my thought process is I'll trigger the vocals, the music, and the bass all at the same time, even though I'm pulling out the music. So I'll just have the bass line playing, so it'll just be like, oh, okay, there's a new bass line going right now. And then from there, I guess I will bring in the music and the drums at the right downbeat. And then that'll loop, basically, until I'm ready to break out of the loop. And then I can, like, unloop the drums and everything. And then manually unloop everything else as needed. So I think that's how that's going to work. And then from there, it's like going on to the next song. But we're going to do... We're gonna try this out and see how it goes. So we're gonna start at the beginning. We're gonna see how it goes. Here we go.
everything I want. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. Oh no, it's everything I want. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. Oh no, it's everything I want.
Okay, off to a
It's everything I want.
minus medium start.
It's everything I want. It's everything I want. Oh no, it's everything I want. It's everything I want. Oh no, it's everything I want. It's everything I want. Oh no, it's everything I want. It's everything I want. Oh no, it's everything I want. It's everything I want. Oh no, it's everything I want. It's everything I want. Oh no, it's everything I want. It's everything I want. Oh no, it's everything I want.
There's something that I can do right here that I don't remember what I was
It's
doing.
everything I want. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. It's everything I want. Oh no, it's everything I want. It's everything I want.
And there's
It's everything I want.
another chord there.
Oh,
Then we stop.
it's
Okay, then we switch over that. Then we come back over here. Okay, then we leave the song. Then it loops one more time. And then we're gonna pull out the music on this transition. Ah! I was so close. I was on the wrong one. I needed to go to here. Okay, here we go. So let's just pretend like that didn't happen. Build up. And I can do other things with that transition too, probably, with effects. Drums are at the wrong spot. Yeah, pretty much. That's the gist of how I think it'll go. Oh my gosh, I gotta figure out. I think I want to do like 3 songs together though. Like I want to do a cluster of 3 songs. But so far I'm doing 2 songs that nobody's heard, and then I want to go into something that people are familiar with. So I think I should do like a remix of a song. Let me also do this real quick. We're going to make this that color, and we're going to name this one like that. We're going to save it. I don't know why I have the hiccups. But then I have to figure out what I can go into that people would recognize. I did have a thought about doing like Bad Guy by Billie Eilish as a remix. Because I found the vocal, like a vocal that somebody had made. Let me see. Billie Eilish, Bad Guy. We'll say BPM and see if you could. If I could, it's 135, so it's like a little bit faster. But I think I could make it work. Where is the live stream? I lost the live stream. There we go. So yeah, it's possible that I could make this work. Let's see. Okay. It'd be interesting to see what happens if you play Bad Guys a cappella. So what if I turn off warp, turn it back on? The tricky thing with this is getting all this stuff to line up right. 135. Because I think that the song starts out. Let me see. Let me do from the. No.
What?
I think she starts the vocal on the downbeat. So I think that this is where I need it to be. Give me 1 second. I need to check on something. Okay, let me jump back over here. So I actually need to hop off of the live stream real quick because my wife needs me. And I want to make sure that she's okay. So I am going to go ahead and end this live stream for now. And I'll do another one at some other time. So thanks for watching. Okay, it's gone.